同学们好，我是 Haynes 老师。Hi everyone, I'm Mrs. Haynes, and today's tutorial is on the key features of an informal letter. Now, what I'm going to be doing is describing how to write a letter to a friend to tell them what type of clothing they should bring on a holiday to a particular city in Australia. And it's going to be to do with the topics of clothing and weather. So the first thing I think is helpful is just to look at some of the key features of an informal letter before I show you an example. So what's really important is that the letter is addressed with a dear. So that's 亲爱的, that's these three words here. Then what you normally do is go 亲爱的 and then include a Chinese name. For instance, 大明 would be a boy's name. The 亲爱的大明. Then a greeting should be included after this initial address. So what that means is you should say something like 你好 and perhaps ask a question like how's it going or how are you? Now when you write a letter, it's really important that you ask questions within the letter. Otherwise, you might not get a reply. Remember that you need to indent one character box to begin each paragraph, and there should be one line between the paragraphs. When you're grouping your ideas together into paragraphs, make sure that these are logical and that they work well together. Don't be linking ideas that don't quite match. At the end, you need to include wishes language, which in English is like yours sincerely. 祝好 is the simplest one, and we're going to learn that one today. And I'll show you how you split them up. At the bottom, you should include your name, or a name, a Chinese name, and the date on the bottom right. So let's have a look at an example. I'm going to show you all those features here in this letter, and then I'm going to go through a pinyin version of the letter so you can see what it actually all means put together. So you can see here this person has said 亲爱的大卫. They've said hello. They've said a greeting, they've said hello, they've asked a question, they've asked a couple of questions throughout the letter so the person will reply. They've linked their ideas by putting similar ideas into the same paragraph but indenting the paragraph one character space, and they've left a space in between each of the paragraphs. They've split up their wishes language exactly how you're supposed to. They've included their name and the date on the bottom right hand corner. So let's have a look at this letter in a bit more detail. So 亲爱的大卫. Now 亲爱的 we know already, it means dear. Now 大卫 is a great example, that way is a great example of a male name. So male or female name. 你好,你最近怎么样?我很好. These are some nice ways to say, hey, how's it going? How's it going? I'm well. Now, then I have asked the person a specific question. 你要来墨尔本吗? Do you want to come to Melbourne? You should come. 你应该春天来. You should come in 春天, in the springtime. Now, we've used this sentence before. 你应该春天来. 来 means to come. The verb to go, to is to go. Okay. Now, 墨尔本的天气很好，气温在25度左右. Now, this is about weather. You might not have done weather yet, but you can usually make a statement about the weather in general in a season. Now, you can then say something about the approximate temperature, or you could give a range of temperatures that happen during that season. This person said, 我喜欢春天,但是我不喜欢冬天. They've made a nice little comment overall. You can actually be a bit more specific if you want to. 我喜欢春天,但是我不喜欢冬天. I could actually say 我喜欢墨尔本的春天. I like Melbourne's weather, spring weather, but I don't like winter. So that's a nice little way to join some ideas together. He then launches, or I launch into the next part of the paragraph. Now, 你春天要来墨尔本, if in springtime you want to come to Melbourne, 你应该带, you should bring 好几件衬衫, 好几件 T 恤衫和两条牛仔裤. So the person has suggested you should bring a few shirts, you should bring a few t-shirts and 2 pairs of jeans. 你还要带一双运动鞋, you should also bring a pair of sneakers. So this person's been quite crafty. They've said 好几件. So they've had 好几件. When you say 好几, we know this means a few. Now, when you put 好几件 together, I actually have to make sure that whatever measure word I'm using matches the item of clothing I'm going to suggest. So usually say bring a few shirts. I have to use the measure word for shirts, which is 件. If I wanted to say a few pairs of pants, I'd have to say 好几条长裤. something like that. I've used the measure word that matches with that item of clothing. Okay, and at the end, I've used 和 to join the two separate nouns together. So I said a few shirts, a few t-shirts, and two pairs of jeans. I also might want to bring, or you might want to bring a pair of shoes, again, using the correct measure words. But this one starts with but. 但是你秋天要来 if you want to come in autumn, 你应该带一件大衣，你一条牛仔裤，一条长裤，好几件长袖衬衫和一件呢子毛衣。Now, if you want to come in autumn, you should bring an overcoat, a pair of jeans, a pair of long pants, a few long sleeve shirts, and a woolen jumper. This is a really appropriate outfit for the season I'm suggesting. Okay, you wouldn't suggest that they bring shorts unless their winter or their autumn is a hot place to live. Now, 墨尔本的冬天 now. 很累. Mrs. Haynes, this is a bad example. I need to fix this up. It's better. 墨尔本的天气很冷. So that means that the 墨尔本的秋天天气很冷. It means that the autumn weather is very cold. 气温从5到10度左右. So the temperature 气温从 from 5 is 5 到10度 to 10 degrees. So 5 to 10 degrees approximately. So I've given a nice temperature range, which is explained why I need you to bring this outfit. Okay, so that matches, that information matches, and it's appropriate. Now, so this part says 秋天的天气常常大刮风下雨. So what this person has said is that the weather in Melbourne, the autumn weather, is often 大刮风. It's very windy and it rains. Now, that also matches what you've said before. So in this paragraph, you've actually been able to say why they should bring that outfit by explaining the weather. 你还应该带一条围巾和一双鞋子. You should also bring a scarf and a pair of shoes. 你有大衣吗? Do you have an overcoat? So ensuring that you've actually asked the person a question, they'll then reply. Okay, obviously they might ask more questions of you, but you've at least got them to reply. Now this is this wishes language. 祝 means to wish someone, 好 means good. So wish you good, wish you well. This is the simplest form of saying goodbye, but you need to split it up as so. Okay, it is a bit weird, but it must be split. And then sign off with a Chinese name and the date. So just to revise, you've got a dear with a name, Chinese name. You say greeting, how's it going, I'm well. Then make sure you ask some questions within the body of the text. Group like ideas together. So this first paragraph is about, do you want to come to Melbourne, coming in springtime? And then I talk about springtime. And then down here, I talk about autumn time and I suggest what kind of clothes they should bring. I've tried to cover some stuff about clothing and some stuff about weather in both paragraphs. I've remembered to indent. I've remembered to leave a space. I've split my wishes language and put it on the left-hand side, and I have also put my name and the date on the right-hand side. The last thing, here are some key revision phrases. I've given you 3 boys' names and 3 girls' names if you're a bit stuck for what kind of names you'd like to remember. Some useful phrases, 你要来, you want to come. Now, I can put a question, 嘛, on the end to make, do you want to come to this? And you could use it for a city. 但是 means but. So you know that you can join sentences together. 你应该带, you should bring. So this is good for clothing. Clothing item plus listening commas, that's silly. Listing commas. So this is an example of listing commas where I've actually gone through and put the listing comma in when I'm naming more than one noun. Number plus measure word plus noun. This is the most simplest structure that we've been learning and that you can use in this letter. If you want to sound more sophisticated, you can use 好几 to say a few plus measure word then clothing. But this is a simple form, structure form. This is something a little bit more extension worthy. City plus 天气 plus an intensifier plus adjective. So this is just saying, let's say Sydney, 悉尼的天气, Sydney's weather, 很好, simplest form. Sydney's weather is lovely. It's very nice. Now, if you want some more intensifiers, you can look at my adjective intensifier video on my YouTube channel, but that will also give you a couple more adjectives that you can use. But using intensifier plus adjective is really important when describing something. 气温在number 度左右. This means that the temperature is at this number degrees Celsius approximately, and this is how we can express simple single number forms of approximations. You can also use a range by using 从 and 到. The last thing is to remember to ask some questions. The simplest question you can ask is asking a yes-no question. You can ask 你最近怎么样 when you're asking how is somebody. And you could also perhaps bring 你要带什么衣服. This is a what question. What clothing would you like to bring? Do you want to bring? These are just suggestions. Of course, you can be absolutely creative and do what you like, but here's a really great structure for you to follow if you're trying to write a letter suggesting what clothes someone should bring on a holiday.